Hi, I'm Trace Williams. Thank you for joining me. This is What Do You Think? Today's episode, Operation Takeback, the hypothetical script of Q. The first newscaster reads the press release on air. Could this be true? Billionaire Donald J. Trump throws his name in the ring as a potential candidate for the 2016 presidential election. Does he have a chance against seasoned politicians such as Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, Mitt Romney, etc.? At which point, the commentary begins. Donald J. Trump cannot possibly win the presidential election. There is no way he will ever win the Republican nomination. He doesn't stand a chance. He is far too controversial, far too brash. There is nothing presidential about him. What, at that point in time, was the sleeping giant waiting for? The sleeping giant, we the people, were waiting for someone we thought of outside the political box. We were waiting for someone to tell it like it is, someone to bring the political corruption to its knees. We were waiting for someone far away from the Washington, D.C. establishment. Yet he had to be larger than life and a household name. Who has never heard of Donald J. Trump? He had to be clean but controversial. He had to be successful but with failures along the way. He had to be active with but not a part of the political players. He had to be familiar with the inner workings of Washington. He had to be known to play the game, yet not a cheater. Donald J. Trump? His family had to be strong, successful, and without blemish. The entire family had to show pride to the point of, yet not cross the line too far, of arrogance. If you want people to get what they want, tell them they cannot have it. They will find a way to obtain it. The narrative up until the victory night of the actual presidential election was that you cannot have Donald J. Trump in the White House. Quote, they never thought she would lose. End quote. Q. He systematically destroyed the competition with boldness, substance, exposure, and humor. It didn't matter the platform he was given to speak on. The bigger the stage, the better. He seized the opportunity to inform the sleeping giant of the corruption of his competition. The media criticized him the entire time. As we transition into the next scene, we find that Donald J. Trump, the citizen, the candidate, and now the elect, was being spied upon. Quote, they tapped my lines. End quote. Donald Trump. Enter the next characters, Admiral Rogers and Representative Nunes. In order for the movie to be realistic, some of the good guys must have conflict of their own. Paul Manafort, Lieutenant General Mike Flynn. But from the beginning, did we not know they would be exonerated? They must at least appear like there's back and forth action. The attacks keep coming against our newly elected president. Russian collusion and the Steele document. President Donald J. Trump, guilty until proven innocent. The Mueller report. In the meantime, the White Hats are doing a tremendous amount of investigation of the nemesis and the evil minion characters. Enter the dynamic duo of Sarah Carter and John Solomon. Enter Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Federal Prosecutor John Durham. Attorney Horowitz, Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch. Enter the personalities to advance the plot. Sean Hannity, Sebastian Gorka, Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson, Jesse Waters, Maria Bartiromo, Lou Dobbs. Does all this seem coincidental? Remember, there are no coincidences. Quote, Q. Shakespeare wrote, all the world's a stage. In this case, a movie screen? Then there is the subplot of the Jeffrey case, and then the Biden family, Ukraine and China. While the evil empire is trying to destroy the White Hats, the systematic declassification and release of relevant information continues to awaken the American, even the worldwide public, as to the corruption taking place all around the globe. All I'm asking is, although it may be possible, what is the mathematical probability that a small group of people can control a large group of people as to manipulate them into a trap at a specific point in time that had been determined exactly 2 years prior without it being a coincidence? Unless the script had already been written and the ending has already taken place. What we are watching now is the cleanup effort and the transition of our new government. A government for the people and by the people. We are watching the cleanup of the world banking system, the transition to a new monetary system, etc. We are watching the takedown of the corruption in the Vatican. Is the Pope still the Pope? Or is the Pope in name only? Who now controls the Vatican? I could go on. I ask all of you to go back and do your own research and look at things from another perspective. This is just my theory. I'm Trace Williams asking, what do you think? Red pill your friends subtly. Visit tracewilliams.com. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day, everybody.